Hello everyone and welcome to match 1 of round 3 for the Mordheim YouTube League. Tonight I'm going to be facing off against David is Trying. That's the name of his channel. I'm really looking forward to this. He is one of the 2 new people who are joining the league in round 3 and moving forward. So that brings our total number up to 8. If you want to know all the details of how their warbands are kind of being brought in and stuff like that, I'll have a link in the video description below that will be to a video of Game Night's, I believe it's Game Night is the one who posted the video, and he'll go into more in-depth. But anyway, there's a link to a video in the description below that will go more in depth of how these two new players are being added in and all that stuff. So that will cover all the rules and stuff and kind of regulations that we came up with for the league to regulate new people joining. Either way, that is it's really good to have these 2 new guys. We're really looking forward to them, and I think it's both fortunate for me and for David that we are actually facing off against each other. David is I was talking to him before this, and he mentioned how he hasn't played that many PvP games. You know, he's only played a couple PvP matches so far. So he's very new to the PvP element of Mordheim, very much like myself. Back when back when the league started, and you know, my first match ever in PvP was my first league match. So I kind of a little bit of a kindred spirit there. I know the struggles of being a noob to it, so we'll see how he does. I have a feeling he's going to do a bit better than I did early on, but that's just some speculation. Anyway, we're going to be facing off against each other here tonight, and I'm really looking forward to it. This is a really good first match for round 3 because he's got a new warband, so I'm hoping that I'll be a bit better, that I might have a slight advantage here because of his warband being new, even though they did have an opportunity to kind of get a little bit of level up and stuff like that. I think they played a couple matches against the AI. Like I said, all the details of that will be in a video that I'll link, but I'm really looking forward to this match. First match against David, of course, but also I think I have a good chance of winning this. But fingers crossed I don't make any stupid mistakes like, not grabbing the opponent's idol when it's right in front of me. That could have forced a route test and won me a match. Anyway, going through what I've done with my guys. So I've kind of re-equipped some of my guys. I've lost quite a few items from my last match, and I don't have the gold available right now. I just sent a shipment off. I'll be getting about, I think, 85 gold from this shipment. I shipped off the rest of my wordstone because there's no way more. I don't think I'm going to be able to make my shipment requirement this time, so I didn't really worry about it. So I went ahead and shipped it off because I know I'm going to need gold to help pay for any injuries and re-equip my guys after this match. Now, hopefully we won't have any injuries. Well, we probably will have injuries. It's rare to have a match of Mordheim where you have no injuries. That's, very rare, particularly in PvP. So anyway, so I got my captain here, Sir John Moore. He's going to be equipped with a crossbow, an axe, and a shield. Now, I usually have him with pistols and then his melee setup, but the axe and the shield are still the same, but I don't have any pistols, so he's going to be using a crossbow for tonight's match. And then we'll move on to Sergeant Fraser, my young blood here, and he only has a mace. He doesn't have any ranged weapons because I don't have any ranged weapons to give him. So that's a little unfortunate, because I want to go with the ranged focused composition, so I like all my guys to have ranged weapons if possible, but just worked out my young blood Sergeant Fraser is not going to have for this match. Hopefully next match I'll be able to buy him some pistols or something, or maybe get him a crossbow. Either way, I put him with only one mace. I do have a second one. Now I'm not using the blue mace specifically because I don't want to lose it. And so in the main reason I'm only using one is because I want to keep his dodge up to 55%. If I had both maces equipped, it would increase his damage output, of course, but it would also bump his dodge chance down to 40%. And since none of my guys have armor or anything like that, I want to rely on him being as dodgy as possible. And at 55%, that's a pretty good dodge chance. So moving on, we have our 4 marksmen here. Starting off, we got Horatio Nelson, who is just one of our archers still. I've got 2 archers still. And then we also have Sergeant Charles Ewart, who is the other archer. Now, if you'll notice, both of these guys have ballistic skill 7. And then we move on to the 2 guys who have ballistic skill 8, and they now have hunting rifles. Now, I've got hunting rifles on two of my guys, William Inglis as well as Thomas Picton. So I'm really looking forward to actually starting to make the transition over to black powder once I get my marksman to about ballistic skill 8 or 9 is probably what I'm going to start doing. I'm specifically actually taking 2 hunting rifles this match, partly because I'm going for the win. I'm not, several of my matches towards the end of round 2, I focused more on collecting wordstone to try and keep my economy stable, as well as to try and make my shipments, which I did accomplish. I made my first shipment. But now I really need to start getting a few match wins under my belt. That will also, of course, help with money and stuff like that. But before I knew I was at a disadvantage going into the other matches, so I kind of knew that I wasn't. It was a long shot for me to win, so I focused more on just getting wordstone than on actually trying to go for a win that wasn't very likely. So tonight, however, this is probably the best chance I have at winning a match since the early stages of round 2. So since about partway through mid round 2, basically my chances of winning went down drastically because I'd lost so many matches back to back, and I wasn't able to fully equip my guys and stuff. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to tonight's match. It should be a really good one. Best of luck to my opponent, David. And without further ado, we'll get straight into the match.
So what are we doing here then?
Let's see how long the load time takes. It's always different depending on the 2 people who on your opponent. Load times can either be
depending
really
on
fast.
their internet, I guess. Oh, I've got Mark for death and you got Crush Their Will. How do they work that out then?
It's set to random in the game settings, so it's just you get one of the objectives.
And it's the cache. So one of us is tightly deployed and the other one's in 3 strike teams. Well, I seriously hope I'm tightly deployed then.
So do I. No one so far in the league ever likes being forced to split up.
I quite like being split up because it kind of makes, certainly against AI, it makes them go in all sorts of directions, and then being Skaven you can get back together quicker, but and then take on smaller groups. But I think if you're going after my idol, then I will need to be close to my war wagon.
Yes, but we will see.
Yeah, apparently you quite like forgetting the idols, so that's right.
Yes, that one match I actually mentioned that in my introduction about having that little screw up with.
I have to continue.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed pretty quick.
Yeah, not too bad.
Right, I'm going to hit record then.
Okay, I will do the same. Oh, real quick, I'll actually
that's nice.
Log off of Steam to avoid interruptions. It's a pretty good idea.
So we're in. This is good.
Okay.
This is nice. And now we're deploying. So waiting for opponents. So you got a speedster, it would seem.
Yes. It's actually mainly down to the fact that this guy does not have his normal equipment.
Ah, well that sounds promising for me.
And you've got a lot of people going before me. I'm not a fan of that. See, I much prefer when I go first with most of my guys.
I am a fan of being closely deployed though, so that's good.
Yes.
So, or you actually. Yeah, I don't mind it as much if I get most of my people moving at the same time. It becomes kind of like a weird game of checkers when you have to worry about who's going when and trying to remember and all that sort of business. Who's going to quickly jump in and attack you and all of that. So yeah, I'll try and do this deployment thing fairly quick. It needs to be is there a time limit on the deployment?
No time limit on deployment, but there are 90-second turns.
90-second turns, okie dokie.
Which for them, generally, that's more than enough time. Though there have been a couple instances where, for me personally, I think only one match I had where I kind of ran low on time.
That can hurt, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like you've got... You indeed have 7 guys, or 7 rats.
Yeah. Right, I'd class them more as mice at the moment, really, if we're honest. You know, I'd say they're fully fledged rats by the time they're up to a rank 7 warband or something. Then you can say that they've got teeth, but at the moment they're more like target practice. So you should be okay with that in mind. Well, I'm certainly going to stay away from any barrels that I see.
And there we go. So, time to begin.
Now, you've probably got people right up close to me, which is always scary.
Well, I'm not sure exactly.
You could have some people around there. Say you got 6, so that means you could have 4 around your wagon, or you could have 3 in different areas. I imagine you probably want to stick most of them quite close together. Yeah.
Hello.
Well, yeah. It can't be too tricky to see me. Hello. Yes, I can see you. Yes. Now, normally when I spot someone, I go, "There's a man thing. Right, run in the opposite direction." Now, if I run in the opposite direction, you'll just casually stroll up to my war wagon and nick my idol. And, well, yeah. I don't think the horned rat will be best pleased with such things.
Okay. At least now I have a general idea of where you are.
What have we got?
Yeah, I was unsure of how far up you'd be, how far away from your wagon.
Well, it's a close deployment, so it's pretty cool in that respect. I would have said. I say, not to give too much away, of course, but yeah, it's pretty tightly deployed.
Well, I think I have an idea of what my game plan's gonna be. Hopefully, everything will work out.
You're not allowed one of those. It's just not sporting. I'm the new boy here. You know.
Well, you are quite lucky going up against me. I've only won a single match, so.
What, in total, in all of them, or
in the league as a whole? Yes. In the first 2 rounds, I've only won a single match. I won my round 1 match against Smart Trigger. And that is all. I've had a couple other close ones, and I admittedly I snatched defeat out of the jaws of victory against Braskus in round 2 with the not going for the idol. So that was very much my own fault, and there's been actually a decent number of pretty close matches. I've not had a good track record against Skaven, though. Morjax and his Skaven have given me a decent amount of trouble.
Well, that's always good to hear. Being Skaven and all, we do like to hear that our fellow brethrens are doing well for themselves. Brood, should we say, probably. More the brood thing. Okay, we need to figure out what is all of this business. Okay. There be shinies. We are a fan of shiny objects.
I might have just found an exploit.
An exploit? That doesn't sound good.
Purely by accident, but if you go into the overmap, probably wait till it's my turn and then you can test it out. But I'm in the overmap, and then you can go Q and E, press back and forth to cycle through the initiatives. And when you do it, the little circle, mouse cursor, moves to different parts of the map. And now, I don't know if it's actually going to where your character's deployed, but it kind of looks like it might be.
Oh, really?
So that might actually be a bit of a problem. I think it will require further experimentation to see, though. But
so basically, you're using the AWD, is it? And you can...
no, the Q and E that automatically cycles through the initiative order when you're in the overmap.
Okay, yeah, I follow you.
And it's going through, and it moves the little circle to when it gets to the initiative of one of my guys, it moves it to right where he is. And then when it's on the opponent's turn, it moves it to random parts of the map that looks like it's near your wagon. So it could be, and maybe now you can kind of check out and see what I mean.
Yeah, it seems just to be going through my guys, to be honest. And now it's going to random places on the map. So,
which I think those random parts,
I think what it's done is, because you're moving now, aren't you? So it's gone to where one of your guys are. So that's a bit of a...
Yeah.
That sucks.
That's a bit of a problem. Because from the looks of it, this could be kind of an exploit.
Yeah, I mean, because it's basically we as far as I know, it's either it won't have moved to your young blood. Let's see if I can get it. It doesn't say who it is at the bottom, but it certainly it would insinuate to me that you've got two people up where your young blood is. So, and I shouldn't know that, basically.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to show exactly where they are, but even just showing initial positioning could definitely be an issue.
And now it's saying like you've got an archer over by your leader, for instance. Yeah, well, I'm just not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, you obviously, if you see my video, you'll see that I won't do that anymore. And yeah, that's and then we'll have to see. Well, I don't know. We'll have to say something to the other lads about it, and hopefully everyone will just not partake in such actions.
I'm sure, just sportsman honor and all that, but it just kind of an interesting thing. I'd never because honestly I'd never actually cycled through the initiative order like that. So
no. Well, it's interesting because I wonder if it works against the AI. Because if I'm playing the AI, I will do it.
Yeah. But that is interesting because that could be a problem, since this whole league is kind of for experimenting for potential competitive capabilities of the game. It is interesting to try and find out everything we can about potential problems, trying to do things competitively. So yes, there is.
I'm now scared of pressing the map button in case it gives away shenanigans, but no, I just avoid those buttons, I think.
I think I think just going to the map itself shouldn't be a problem. I think it's just when you're cycling through the initiative order, I think, is the main thing. And like you said, we have video evidence of everyone, so...
Yeah, and I would also imagine that if someone had seen it, then someone would have gone, hang on a moment, just like you did yourself. And
yeah, but that is interesting because that could be a potential issue. Because, I mean, obviously we're all recording this, but if you were playing, against another opponent, no telling what someone else might be doing. So it could be a potential problem. I think we would need to test it a bit to kind of check and see if it is actually... giving you any sort of enough information to be an advantage.
Yeah, I'm not going to test it in this game though.
Yeah, definitely something to test though outside of this. So.
A new round has started.
I wonder where the little Skavens ran off to.
They went down the sewer drain. They don't like man things with pointy bits.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah, well, man things with pointy bits tend to try and stick us and skewer us like all sorts of foodie type items, and we can't be having that. So, but we scurry off to dark areas and be content with our lives. It's interesting. I'm getting some random cycling through my guys. I had it on one guy that I was watching with, and then all of a sudden it cycled through 3 or 4.
It's interesting that I just now noticed our morale is the exact same.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a morale person, being a rat. I must admit. Go here.
I think I have a general idea of where you are. But see, I'm scared because if I'm wrong, that could end up a rat.
I am in the sewers areas. That's where I am. That's basically what we're doing. We've seen pointy man pointiness and decided to run off as all good Skaven should do, really. I do like my warp guard though. I mean, lots of people like warp guard for hitting people with, but me, I like them for the pure fact that they can run around, pick up wardstone, and not stress their little lives about it.
It is very useful to have someone who's pretty quick to, like you said, grab as much wordstone, because grabbing wordstone is very important. I will say.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with you. But of course, the warp guard, they don't get affected by the negatives.
Yeah, and that is one of the.
That's so useful.
It's a nice Skaven advantage there. I'm actually curious on the subject of potential DLC warbands, as we talked about earlier. I'm actually very curious to see the mechanics of anyone they add in, but particularly I think kind of like you mentioned, orcs would be very interesting, because of course you'd have orcs, goblins, and I'm assuming a troll would probably be one of their their impressive unit.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine it? Your leader's going to be some sort of war boss, and that's going to be scary. And then after that, you could have a troll there as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, certainly you could probably have orc boys and some sort of Gretchen goblin.
Mm-hmm. And
maybe a character later on could be a fanatic.
That would be fun. Now, I'm curious. It'd be very interesting to see how they balance it, because of course orcs in pretty much any kind of Warhammer related game, orcs are always really random, which makes them to be a ton of fun to play as or against, in my opinion. I think the randomness is part of probably one of the biggest draws, just the complete absurdity of it. But there is the kind of issue of if you're trying to balance a game like Mordheim, it could potentially be a little tough to get it balanced properly. Could of course be an issue, because of course that that randomness, while fun, can make things kind of frustrating, both for you or your opponent.
But the good thing about the randomness is that it's generally with orcs, it's backed up with the fact that you have really tough guys.
That is true. Ooh.
So yeah, they might do something random, but you can hit them and no one really cares.
And I expect that the orcs would be pretty handy in melee, of course. And then you could probably have like a little bit of ranged with some goblins, possibly having some goblins with bows or something. I mean, I guess orcs actually use bows as well, but orcs aren't really known for their shooting.
Yeah, the old area boys.
Yeah. They're more about getting in close and hitting stuff.
Well, they like to headbutt things, don't they?
Exactly.
That's what they do.
Be interesting to see too if they add in any kind of new mechanics because as it currently stands, each warband has a pretty good array of kind of unique mechanics. I'd say probably I haven't played all the warbands that much, but I think probably the human mercenaries are kind of probably the most lacking in terms of unique mechanics, but I think that's kind of okay because they're sort of the baseline, and they have a lot of advantages of like being able to have a lot of ranged weapons and having guns, which is a pretty good advantage.
Yeah, so it's just the normal thing that you find with the humans is they are very middle range sort of chaps, aren't they? They can do a bit of everything and they can do it all pretty well.
Yeah, and then with the Skaven, you have I'm not aware, you could probably comment on this, I'm not super aware of like the Skaven's unique mechanics in Mordheim. Oh, come on!
I didn't do anything.
Who is this? You might be fired.
They might be.
William Inglis. I swear I can't climb a wall.
Yeah, please fire your own people, that's fine. As long as you're not firing at my people, that's the main thing.
Because then you also have, with the Chaos Warband, they have the mutations and all that stuff, which is, very, it's unique to them and very interesting. And then you have the Sisters of Sigmar with their kind of magic and everything. I think like I said, I think a lot of the warbands have a decent amount of uniqueness to them, so it'd be I think a lot of fun to see how the developers implement orcs, because orcs have a lot of really fun stuff they could do, and obviously they probably wouldn't be able to fit all of it in, so it just would be fun, I think, to kind of see how they go about it.
Oh yeah, for certain. And for the Skaven, their unique thing, I would say, is their movement being 8 meters over the 6.
Mm-hmm.
And just the sheer speed of the little blighters. Even if they're in heavier armor or whatever, I think the heavy armor means it makes them lose 2 meters in movement. So that means they're basically moving the same speed as a normal chap. So.
Come on, guys. You're supposed to be good at this. Thank you.
Are you hurting yourself? I do hope so.
A bit. We have a few sprained ankles from people not being able to climb a wall properly, with a 75 or better % chance.
Oh, that's going to sting in the morning.
Yep.
A new round has started.
All right. I can imagine now you got probably got your people all nice together.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Well, why not? I'm gonna pop him over here. I think.
It's interesting because we've both seen each other a little bit, but as of yet, no shots fired or people engaged.
I don't like fighting. Fighting is for people that, you know. It's. I don't want to get into fights. I get people hurt fighting. So.
I don't like getting in a fight either. I prefer shooting at people from a distance.
It's a catch. It's a catch-22. Has he got anywhere he can go? Somewhere high. Somewhere high. Is there a high place? I want a high place. It's scary on the ground. What's down there? There's a block door. Don't like block doors. Right, okay, we'll just go over here.
One of my guys sees you. I don't, but he does.
Ah.
I can't quite see who you are.
What am I doing?
You're at my wagon, aren't you?
I'm actually not. So.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm not at your wagon.
You're... Okay, there you are. Okay, I was gonna say... Oh, right. So in the little combat log it said, Eek, stab it is performing in a open your chest. And I was like, they're opening my chest, and then I realized that it didn't mean yours as in mine, it meant yours as in yours.
Ah,
so
I see.
So yeah,
I see.
You're dropping off an inventory full of loot, I assume.
Well, yeah, probably.
I'm actually about to do the same myself.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. I've actually joked about this with I don't recall who. I think 2 other people of the league. We kind of joked, talking about it's like, all right, I'll stay on my half of the map, you stay on your half, and let's just get some wordstone, and no one has to get hurt.
I'm all for that. I am all for that. If you want, if you're up for that, we can. I'll happily do that, and we can race around and pick up as much wardstone. Make sure that we can pass our wardstones. That's no problem by me. If you want to do that, that's fine. Just let me know.
Yes, tempting offer, but unfortunately, someone does have to die for the match to be over. So, I think we're gonna just stick with the fighting some rats.
Oh, well, that's just not sporting. I thought you humans were supposed to be all honourable. I was going,
well, Well, maybe other humans, but we're a bunch of mercenaries. We're just here for the money.
Well, that's just not cricket, sir. That's just not cricket at all. I don't think my rats could perceive a fly on the end of their nose if one landed there. In fairness, like myself, they have fairly large noses, so there is some quantity of area for them to land upon.
Got another delivery to the cart?
No, not at all. We don't.
I see you down there.
Oh, we can wave. It looks like you're doing an all right job with wardstones yourself. So
well, you got to pay the bills somehow, you know. So
yeah, for sure. There did seem to be a fair amount up by you. I'm rather worried about these longbows now. Or guns, even worse. Thunder sticks. These man-thing thunder sticks.
Well, Skaven are pretty good at making their own guns as well. So.
Well, we use the proper stuff though. We use warp energy and such like from the wardstone. Warpstone, as we like to call it, like any civilized race of beings would call it. I mean, we try to keep ourselves to ourselves, as you may know, and we have quite an expansive civilization of our own rights.
Yes.
And one of the forefront things of our technologies is the wardstone, the warpstone, as we like to call it. It makes all of our things go bang. That's why you make the slaves do all of the dodgy stuff.
Oh, you're killing me. Come on. 85%. Thank you. Yeah. 75%. Nah, he falls down.
Jolly good. I've got plenty. Oh, we'll do that. Where is Man-Thing hiding? One of my guys is standing by this building that has huge amounts of windows on it. I'm scared at any moment I'm going to see a little man face stick out of it, wave sweetly in my general direction, scrawl a quick note on a piece of paper and tie it to an arrow, lodge it straight into my chest.
We might see about doing that.
Something on the lines of, "You're hereby noted that you are trespassing on Imperial territory. You are asked to withdraw immediately." And then we can do what all good Skaven do and abandon. I'm sure you've heard that story as well.
Oh no, I have not actually.
I think it was against Morjax versus Smart Trigger. He thought he had gone below his break point and wanted to do a voluntary withdrawal, but I believe in his own words he was rather scared and anxious and ended up abandoning.
Right, I do remember that now. Yeah.
So now we Skaven have a reputation of abandoning the field.
Well, it's a very honorable Skaven tradition.
Well, yeah. The problem is that the Vermin Lords get really annoyed when you start abandoning fields of battle, and then they beat the crap out of you, and you end up having to do lots of injury rolls.
Yes, that is true. Well, and also, abandoning the field as quickly as possible can, the sewers can be a dangerous place in Mordheim. There's more than just rats down there.
This is true. There are other Skaven down there, and they're not always that friendly.
Yeah. So which clan are you? Do you like to represent?
Well, as I understand it, everyone is Clan Eschen.
Ah.
My understanding of the game as it is set, hence the leader being it's not a night runner. But basically he's an assassin-y type person, and the first heroes that you get are night runners.
Right.
So they are the sneaky backstab people.
And what about you personally? Do you have any preference between the different clans? I'm not super familiar with the Skavens. I know Clan Eschen, Clan Pestilence, and I don't remember the name of the ones who are the really good engineers, the really good Skaven engineers. I don't remember the name of that clan, but I know of those big three. But
well, the other big one, I think it's one of the biggest ones, Clan Mulder, which basically make all the rat ogres.
Oh, right.
And
Mulder, of course.
They're quite they're quite something. Oh, we're gonna have to do it. Right. Can you see the fly on the end of your nose? I'm wearing a helmet. It's got not very big eye sockets. Can't. No, I can't see it. Oh, what's that? I don't even have to do it. It's just round here. Oh, that's nice. What's in my pocket?
What's it got in its pockets?
Squeak, squeak! Found another one, boss. Where are you, you little rat? Well, what we got over here? Oh, I think that's probably quite a nice little place to look out. Oh, it's very pretty, this town. Spend many a day gazing out the window on the fair streets of Mordheim City, hoping the non-glassed windows will stop any demonettes from climbing in. Oh, I thought I was on a Wardstone rush. Damn it, I have to kill someone. Ah, crap, I've got to find him then. Okay, fair enough. When it's fair, it's square. I think it's time to try and get some intelligence. I've taken all my Wardstone now. Oh no, there's another one over there. Let's go and find that. Shiny, shiny rock things.
Come on. Okay, good. At least you can climb. Worth something.
I do like to try and play the warband, as is the nature of these particular, being an Eschen. They do like to skulk about the place. After all, it's only the Mulder ones that tend to group together. They have hordes of slaves and mutants, and then they just swarm. Rat swarm. But obviously I don't have that, otherwise we could swarm over the buildings and hopefully pull you down with sheer weight of numbers, but I don't. All I can do is sneak about the place and hopefully do some hit and run.
No, thank you. I don't want to jump off a 2-story thing.
Why not? I'll tell you what. I'll get my lads together and we'll come down there and we'll catch you.
There we go. Do Skaven make comfortable cushions?
Well, I can only assume so, them being quite furry and such
Mhm.
like.
Hum.
Hello!
Hello.
Look at all you men down there. Look, boss, there's pointy people down there. Look down there.
Come and say hello.
Okay,
Come
I'm going.
closer.
I see it. I'm off.
No, come back. We have a message to deliver.
Hello, run away. I can't read human.
Don't worry. It's very straightforward. I think you'll get it. I think you'll understand the message upon delivery.
Upon delivery, it's called thwack. Probably followed by a rather well-pronounced twang.
Alrighty. Don't know.
Man thing's coming. Man thing's coming. Yeah.
A new round has started.
Much things to think about when there's a bunch of man things coming. What should we do with him? Like a ninja. Boo. Right, okay.
Ooh, I saw something.
Don't believe everything you read off the screen. It lies, it does.
Trixie screen.
Ow! Man things shoot pointy things. Makes sense. That'd be first blood to you then, sir.
Let's see. Trying to figure out how I want to approach this.
Ooh, balcony. Oh no, we can hear them. Getting intense now. I can hear the tapping of keys in a fanatical manner. The only problem I've got with it at the moment is the terrain hasn't worked out in a way that I would particularly like.
Yeah, that definitely can be an issue.
I mean, generally speaking, I'd like someone fairly high up so that he can watch what people are up to. And there's nothing, you know, he just sits on a building somewhere watching.
Well, I've got an archer on the top of that one building. He took a shot at one of your guys.
Yeah, but it's only a 2-story building, so...
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, imagine getting in the top of that big tower.
Oh, that would be amazing. I mean, if I could, do you see the little balcony on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two. Yeah, I'd be on the little balcony with one of my guys, just watching what everyone's doing. That's what I like to do. And then I just, obviously shout down fanatically at my other chaps. Look, they're over there. Go the other way.
Round has started.
Oh, there's someone. And there's another someone. Alright.
Is he your speedy boy?
Mm-hmm. My Youngblood is my fastest guy. Let's see. Aha. Hello there, Mr. Assassin.
Yeah, very nice. Oh, they shut the door. That really hurt.
Oh, not good. Would much rather not miss that counterattack. Ow.
Make him bleed. Now there is a little alleyway down there where lots of little man things are going to come running out, aren't there? I think it might be that time. Ow. Head hurt now. Stupid rat. It is that time. Ah, miss me. Run! You're shooting at me. Is that all you've got? Okay. So much for 12 meters movement there.
Yeah, the Overwatch interrupts and kind of usually makes them lose a bit of movement. Being interrupted.
I don't want that. You can keep your corrosive missiles to yourself.
Aha! I knew there was going to be someone coming towards my wagon.
Don't know what you mean. That's a gun. Not allowed guns. They're far too modern. I won't get much movement back there, will I?
Ooh.
Make him bleed.
Oh no. This is not good.
Where the hell are you? Oh yeah, of course you are. Excuse me, coming through, don't mind me. That's it. Make way, thank you. One more.
Oh no.
Chop.
Just hoping you don't have a second attack on this guy. What? What?
Oh, shiny, shiny, shiny. We'll have those. Thank you very much.
Wait, did you take your guy out on...
Yeah, I just chopped that guy down.
Oh, he's still up on my screen.
Hey, we got a desync already.
Oh, joy. Well, this is gonna not be good.
Yeah, he is chopped down and dead.
He still has like 10 hit points, and your guy walked over, just walked up to him, and then like... That's... wow. Oh joy.
Well, at least we can safely say that we haven't used any globadiers in this particular scenario of scenarios.
Yes. Oh. Okay, see, on my screen, your guy just ambushed and finished off my sergeant right there.
My screen, I think it was your leader just walked in. Oh yeah, my screen, my man's running like a lunatic.
Oh dear.
Well, hopefully it will resettle itself down in a moment.
This is... Oh, yes.
Yeah, I left him on an ambush stance after he finished off your chap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, on my screen, he just now finished off my guy because of that ambush stance with when I brought my captain round.
So he ambushed a guy that wasn't moving on yours?
Yes. That did just happen.
Oh, you can get up there, that's nice. Right, there's a bow, so hopefully he's not too high level. He might have one shot. As much as I liked and enjoyed killing off the young blood, I don't like the fact that we're no longer in combat and now everyone's just standing around going, ah, it's nice down here. Ow, it seems to be raining pointy things.
That was almost a really big mistake. I almost accidentally jumped down instead of reloading. Well, this desync is unfortunate. So where is my captain on for you?
He popped out of a little hole and then he ran back into it again. I say little hole, it's like a big old archway.
Okay. Well, I think we should be back to being not desynced, hopefully. Now that my guy is no longer alive, that was the main thing I was concerned about.
Yeah, my guy's still running like a lunatic at your dead body, and he's just like running on the spot as if he's on a treadmill. Which is, it's fair play. It's he's having some exercise, and don't like that. That's all of them,
A
though.
new round has started.
I'm worried to move him now, because if I move him, maybe the little rat that's running on my screen is going to go shooting off across the screen. Pew!
That would be quite funny.
Somebody his hamster wheel broke. It's just rolling across the battlefield.
Well, I actually believe the Skaven called them doom meals.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But they're meant to be doom for others, not for us.
Yeah. Though, admittedly, with the Skaven being Skaven, it can very quickly turn to doom to their own.
Yeah, this is true.
Just... It's like, no, you're supposed to be doom wheeling in that direction, not towards us, towards the enemy. But doom wheel, I guess you would say pilots or drivers. They don't mind. They
Engineers, I think they are.
Okay, right.
Ultimately, I think there's an engineering type chap that sort of navigates the doom wheel.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they mind too much who they are causing doom for, so long as they're,
Oh no, as long as there's lots of cool stuff going on.
Warp lightning shooting off everywhere.
That sort of thing.
The wheel spinning. It's pretty.
Objectives updated.
Yep, and there goes my idol.
Oops, is that yours?
Luckily, they did not drop me below my route threshold, so. Now, I would like it back, though.
Okay. He's still running like a lunatic. Run, 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 little rat, run! I am boss, but they're shooting at me. Hopefully he'll get his head back together once once he has a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll feel happy about his life once more.
Yep, I was expecting there to be another rat somewhere over on the street.
I have no idea what you mean.
Mm-hmm. It's the problem with... Well, that's the problem, firstly, with being outnumbered, but also with... Alright. So is that the running rat?
Yeah, running rats. He seems to have got his life back together now, so...
Okay.
he is running again, but in what can be classed as a... Interestingly, he doesn't seem to have an action click. That's not good.
Oh dear.
On the bright side there, the turn will run out, so basically what's happened is I'm clicking him to do something like an ambush or a standstill or whatever, and none of that seems to work, so I will see if I can click it in another manner. I'll go through the spacebar options. See if that will work. Enter on that. No. What about no, they're not going to be actions. Active skill, passive skills. What we got? No.
Well,
Yeah, he might. Yeah, it's basically I can't actually tell him to do what I want him to do.
well, the turn's almost over, so.
Yeah. Well, he's still having issues for whatever reason. He's obviously exhausted. He's exhausted himself with all that running that he did. Hopefully he'll be back to normal by the next
turn.
Yeah, otherwise I'll be just basically... Well, he might be down, but then you might get engaged and then think about his life. Or he might just end up standing there, which would be a shame. Look, we're rats, not porcupines. Not hedgehogs.
Either will do.
We're not hedgehogs.
You're furry and brown and you scurry about, so close enough.
Yeah, I brought this guy out thinking I might need to cover, and then I really should have thought about how you are, and he doesn't. I should ever really leave.
Ooh.
I should never really leave him out in the open. Nice shot, sir. . Poor little rat. Now you are shooting a rat in a barrel now. That's just terrible. That really hurts. Right, just so you know, he's actually making rude two-finger gestures in your general direction and begging. After being shot at repeatedly, he is not a gentleman in any way, shape, or form.
He says, "Screw you guys, I'ma go home."
Yeah. He used to be an adventurer.
Till he took an arrow and a bullet and...
Well, he's got an arrow in his knee, he's got an arrow in his wrist, and I don't know where the bullet is. I'm looking for a big red hole somewhere on him, but I can't see it other than his eye, so maybe you shot him in an eye.
A new round has started.
Alrighty. Now, I would very much like to get my idol back, if you wouldn't mind returning that, please. And now, I'm actually not sure, because I've never actually seen this happen.
What's one of those?
What happens when you put the idol in your cart? Will that decrease my morale even more?
What in York? There's people over there. Run away! No, I said go left, not. Oh, I guess okay. If you then look left, then left is the way you went. Fair enough. I will be more careful with my communication, but yeah.
But do you know if the idol, if once you get my idol into your chest, if that will decrease my morale even more, or because I know it gives you the experience bonus, but
well, I'm not on a crush their will, so
right. So it decreased my morale once, and it shouldn't decrease it anymore.
I shouldn't have thought so.
Okay.
But, I'm honestly going to plead ignorance on that.
Yeah, I'm not very well informed either. So my plan is to get it back. Thank you very much. I want my idol back. But in the event that it doesn't, that will probably cause me to rout if it does decrease it even more. Because I'm sitting at 22. Threshold is 20. So about at this point, I think pretty much eliminating any of my guys would probably do the trick and make a route test.
That's good to know.
I've only got my captain up.
I was kind of hoping that you were going to break through taking your from taking that, and also from getting your yeah, you still can't do anything. Lazy little cretin.
Well, I mean, you could run him out. I'll make sure he receives due punishment.
He can't. Yeah, he can't interact with anything in his environment for some reason or another.
That's strange.
Even if I go to right click to end his turn and all of that sort of business, it don't do nothing.
Well, that's unfortunate, but the turn will run out shortly.
Yeah, which is a good call for having that particular thing on there. What I might do is I might put him here and
leave him
be. I do. Just apologise to all the viewers for that. It's not, vetting's out of our control, but it does mean you have to tediously sit there and watch the timer.
Well, luckily it's not too long. It's only 90 seconds. That's
it's not too bad, but it hurts me more than it hurts you.
Well, it does actually hurt you quite a bit.
My nice friendly viewers, please don't.
It does actually hurt you in the match, because that does mean.
Yeah, I mean, he might have taken out a guy through. Through it.
So
basically not working.
I need to catch that rat.
You leave him alone, you bully.
Well, you stole something of mine, and I want it back. I would like...
Me, sir? Me? Me?
Yes, you, sir.
I would never dream of stealing. I would take something that is rightfully belonging to the Rat Kingdom, of course. But stealing, such harsh words. At the end of the day, if it's not nailed down, it must need putting away. Yeah?
Exactly.
And my guy had some awfully good suggestions for where that may be. Like my pocket, my war chest.
Mm-hmm. Your camp.
My camp, Skaven Blight.
Yes. We shall see.
Yeah. What was that, Dong? Oh, I get it.
Okay, let's see. How do we want to approach this? We must be very careful.
Well, I'd highly advise that you basically move all of your missile troops in a line steadily towards me. Maybe with one just on the flank to protect it. It's a very good strategy. Just let us know what flank he's on, and
Okay.
we will make sure that he is safe and sound and well catered for. He shall receive the most hospitable behaviours from the Skaven kind.
I do not doubt that.
And we will treat him as a Skaven person.
Ooh, that was very close.
Oh, didn't let me do what I wanted to do with him. That was mean. Mean, mean, mean. Here, little man things, we got cheese.
Wait, wouldn't I be the one coaxing you out with cheese?
Well, at the end of the day, what else am I going to have?
That's true.
Yeah, I've got to offer you something, yeah, you know.
Well, I think you could offer my idol. That I
Well, I've got that as well, if it interests you.
Don't worry, we're on our way. We will be taking it back. Oh, I see. Ooh, you're up in the window.
No, not me.
I saw a little brown shape scurrying around in the window.
There is a cluster of bow-type people outside there, Captain. Well, that's rather unfavourable.
Alright.
A new round has started.
Here we go. If you would like to run your captain out in front of my guys, that would be much...
Currently, I'm thinking that I may pass on that as an option.
I think it would be the
It's
best
not. It's
option.
normally I would. I mean, if in fairness, normally that is something that I would do, but he's feeling a little bit poorly at the moment.
I hope I did not contribute to that. Did I hit
That
someone?
was yeah, that was a jolly good shot.
I can't even see you. Oh, there you are. Now I see you.
There's a lot of them out there. I'm going to get shot to Switten back again if I go out there. Right, well, if you're shooting at me, then...
Oh, come back. It's fine. Right.
Right. Must remember to remove my beacons from where I've been. Otherwise, I might run towards my beacon going, oh, look, it's a shiny light. Run to the light. Oh, crap, I can't go back now.
I will have something to say about your Okay. This is gonna be a close call, but I think I can do it.
We are free thinkers here, us Skaven folk. So if you have something to say, by all means share it, and we will say something in return, and maybe we can debate about strategies of the human and Skaven kind.
Well, my plan at this point is to try and head off your little rat man who's running around with my idol currently.
Ah.
Going to try and cut him off and kill him.
That's cool. He moves twice as fast as you by meter, by the way, just so you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think my bullets and arrows will still manage to keep up with him.
Yeah, there is that, I guess.
And the problem is that in order to cut him off, to head him off from getting back to your car, I've got to kind of... Well, this is going to be interesting. We'll see. Fortunately, I've pretty much gathered all my guys together, so I'm no longer split up, which is good. I probably should have just got my guys all in one big group to begin with, but...
I didn't mind that you didn't. I mean,
yeah, I always find myself wanting to kind of spread out a little bit to try and, keep eyes everywhere, but I'm starting to think that it might be better just to run in a giant ball of muskets and bows and just shoot to death anything that I come across.
I remember... Oh shit, it's my turn, I apologise. Oh, is it Mr. Can't Do Anything anyway? Oh, it is.
There we go.
Good. It's Mr. I Can't Do Anything with him anyway. I remember watching a strategy video by, I can't remember who it was who did it, but it was a random one I came across, and he was an advocate of shooty type war bands, and what he would do, granted it was versus AI, he would line up his men and basically make a sort of old English style firewall. And I tell you what, when it worked, it was bloody spectacular.
When it worked.
Well, yeah, because there's always the off chance that it's just going to miss.
Yeah.
And when that happens...
You then have all your guys engaged in melee, and that's...
Well, yeah, you get bang, bang, miss, bang, oh, it's missed again.
Yeah.
And then that's it. You have a trouble. But when it worked, he totally obliterated... I think it was one of those mutant-y type jobbies, the Chaos guy. He came forward and he had it an assaultment of guys. So he had rifles. So the rifles went first because they're a range, and then he had crossbows, and then he had handgunners. So it was literally, as it moved forward, it would be bang, 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 dead. I was like, Jesus, that's scary. But yeah, it was really, really cool, and he would just line them all up. I mean, he put a disclaimer out. He said it's an idea that he's been using, and it can be really effective, but he does lose a few people in the process. But when it works, it just whatever's painful and good of theirs, it just annihilates it. So yeah, all together, I think the human guys are all together type chaps, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure if they like to split up all that much. Now, why am I not shooting at you? You're plenty close there for an Overwatch.
Whoop.
Well, that's just depressing. You should have been Overwatched there.
Yeah, there is some interesting problems.
I mean, that was the point. I mean, that can't be. That must be within range of his pistols.
Mm-hmm.
And
it could just be the angle. Sometimes it's one of those weird things of I can shoot you, but you can't shoot me. That
yeah.
I've seen that happen before. It's weird, and it certainly is unfortunate when it happens. I'm not going to complain too much because it was to my benefit, of course. But
yeah, because I mean, I could have possibly pinned him a bit there, and
yeah.
But hey, don't complain too much.
You're more than welcome to turn the corner and take a shot at the guy.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am actually. I'm feeling quite confident about my decision on that particular thought practice of corner turning and such like. I've got a feeling that you've got a firing squad lined up just around there.
Oh.
And we've done nothing wrong. Ah, there we go. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. So that should have stolen some of his movement.
52% chance.
Go for it. Oh, nice.
Phew.
Oh, that's depressing.
A new round has started.
Now, he's not in the best of positions, unfortunately, but... It's funny when, you have guys on, I have guys on one side of the wall, you have guys on your side, and we can hear each other through the walls really well.
Yeah.
But we can't see them. We can't see them, but we can hear them. We know they're there. Alright, and that's our other guy with warp lock pistols, I presume. Yes, it is.
Who's this? Where are you? Oh yeah, you're hiding up there.
They came from behind.
Come on, keep shooting. Hello.
What? Actually, why aren't they shooting?
I don't know.
Guess because he has his back turned? Oh, that is not good. Why didn't that guy fire Overwatch? I guess you were too close.
No. Why is that so pitiful? Maybe do that instead. Where are you? Oh, I bet you're Mr. I can't do anything, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, well, if you can't do anything and you've got lots of hit points, shoot me!
Alright.
Thank you. Oh, he's got a charge option. It won't charge. What about if we just engage? Will that work? Oh, it works!
Oh dear.
That's what I want. That's what I want to see.
Oh dear, oh dear. No, you stay back.
Come on now, kill him.
No, don't kill him.
Oh, you dodgy little goik.
Yeah, that'll be it. Good game, I don't think. Unless I guess I could. No, yep. Failure on the route test. So, good game.
Oh, that took you off, did it?
Yeah.
Well, you're still going on mine. Did he die on yours?
Yeah, he died.
Ah.
Oh.
It says waiting for opponent on mine.
Well, that desync is unfortunate. How about now? Because I just exited out of the match.
Waiting for opponent.
He learned to swim pretty damn quick.
Well, it's going to have a timer, so I imagine the timer will run down. So what I will do, as you've... I've got a good game now, so
Okay.
GG. Okay, that's cool.
Going through my injuries. I am fortunate enough to have no serious injuries.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
New warriors are available for hire.
And I ranked up to level 2 warband.
Fantastic.
So that'll be good. Now, well, good game. That was over very quickly. It lasted a long time and then was over in the blink of an eye.
Violence, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you like to do a read through on what you've got, on your advancements and such like?
Yeah. I usually show that in my intros, but I did show everything everyone saw on screen when I went through my things. I had no injury. The only injury I had was a near-death experience, which is pretty good result, and then everyone else had a full recovery. I did lose a few items, unfortunately, but nothing major.
Yeah, I nicked a few bits. Yeah, so basically my leader, he managed to survive and he got a physical and a martial. And totally he got 6 experience for the whole thing. That's nice. Mr. Was that your item, who I call home left behind, because I usually leave him behind. And hence the reason why he didn't really do a lot in this one, but he did steal your thing, got a mental and a martial, which is quite cool. A full recovery on the blinking quick claw, so he wasn't too quick that time, was he? And for it all, he got 6 experience. That's nice. A couple points there, martial and mental. Eek Stabbit got a mental. Pointy End Dammit got a mental and a martial. Feck Leggett, who by the way was the one that was running around the back, he did leg it, and he got a mental. And our new boy, he got a light wounds from your shot to the face. He's now on the bench for a couple of days, but he got a physical and a martial, so good for him, new boy. And I'm now a level 3 warband, so I'm happy with that.
Excellent.
So that's pretty cool. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll do an end thing separately, but
well, good game, and
I'll
welcome to the league.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So what do I need to do now? Do I need to do anything? I put pause on mine.